Have you ever sat in a busy transport canteen surrounded by other drivers shouting and laughing, had something genuinely smart to say, and then just stayed quiet? You rehearsed the sentence in your head, mate. You even imagined exactly how it would sound when you said it. But when the moment actually came, your voice just didn't show up. And later, when you are walking back to your cab on your own in the dark, suddenly, you become the most articulate person on the planet. You have got the perfect comebacks, the smartest ideas, and the sharpest wit. So, what on earth happened back there in the canteen? Most people assume it is just shyness, or a lack of confidence, or maybe you just didn't know enough about the topic. But here is the psychological twist. In many cases, your silence isn't about having nothing to say. It is about your brain trying to protect you. Imagine your brain as an overprotective security guard standing at the gate of your mind. Its job is incredibly simple: keep you safe. And thousands of years ago, safe meant staying accepted by the tribe. If you said something foolish and got rejected by the other cavemen, that wasn't just embarrassing, mate. That was physically dangerous. Because of that ancient history, your brain evolved to treat social risk almost exactly like physical risk. Modern neuroscience backs this up. Brain imaging studies show that social rejection activates the exact same neural pathways as physical pain. Your brain literally processes the thought, they might judge me, in a way that overlaps with the sensation of this hurts. So when you are in a group of drivers at a toolbox talk or sitting at the table in a transport cafe and you think about speaking up, your amygdala, the threat detector in your brain, lights up like a dashboard warning light. It whispers, "Careful, mate. What if they laugh? What if you sound soft? What if you are completely wrong?" And in that split second, your prefrontal cortex, the rational, articulate part of your brain, goes slightly offline. Not completely, just enough for your mind to go blank and for your mouth to stay closed. It is not that you are incapable of speaking. It is that your brain has prioritized safety over expression. Think about how this plays out in your everyday life. In yard meetings, you might have a brilliant idea to fix a route, but you wait for some other bloke to say something similar first. In social settings, you want to join the banter, but you feel like you are watching the whole conversation from behind a thick pane of glass. Here's where it gets really interesting. Often, the quietest drivers in the canteen are not the least thoughtful. They are actually the most hyper aware. They are constantly scanning the room, measuring the tone of the other blokes, and predicting outcomes. Your silence might actually be a sign of a very active, highly intelligent mind. Psychologists call part of this evaluation apprehension. It is the fear of being judged while performing. It is the exact same reason public speaking ranks so high on people's list of fears, often higher than death. When attention turns towards you in the yard, your brain interprets it as exposure. Spotlight equals vulnerability. But there is another layer to this, and it is about your identity. If you have labeled yourself as the quiet one in the depot, your brain starts reinforcing that script. Every single time you stay silent, your brain quietly says, "See, that's who we are. We are the quiet ones." And identities are incredibly sticky. We act in ways that confirm them, even if those ways limit us. So the real question isn't, why can't I speak up? The real question is, what is my brain trying to protect me from? Here is the empowering part of the psychology. Protection is not a weakness, it is care. Your nervous system is just trying to keep you socially safe. That means you are wired for connection. You value belonging, and you care about how you are perceived by your peers. Those are deeply human, valuable traits. The shift happens when you gently start to retrain that overprotective security guard in your head. Instead of asking yourself, what if I sound stupid? Try asking, what if someone at this table needed to hear what I have to say? Instead of waiting for the perfect wording, allow yourself to speak in imperfect sentences. Your brain only learns through exposure. Each time you speak up in the yard and survive, which you almost always do, you update the threat level in your mind. The alarm quiets down, the blank moments shrink, and slowly something changes. You realize the canteen was never a courtroom. It was just a room full of other blokes. If this story resonated with you, drop a like on the video. It helps other quiet drivers find the channel. Subscribe for more honest tales from the tarmac and real psychological talk. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever surprised yourself by speaking up when it mattered? Speak your mind, mates. Retrain the guard and keep the shiny side up. Over and out.